15 picks. So this time we are going by the numbers, but more in depth. As you can see here, I have all the stats broken down for every team. Now, I already picked the first 3 games. I picked the Buccaneers to win, even though my stats had the Falcons winning right here. So if it's the negative number over here, the top team is likely to win. If it's a positive number, the bottom team is likely to win. So starting now with the second game, Sunday morning games, we got the Ravens and Bengals. I already picked that game. I believe the Ravens are going to win that game. They have the advantage. Now, if the Bengals win, that will shock me because it's a pretty big advantage right there that they have. Cardinals, Texans. My numbers say the Texans are going to win, and I believe I picked them to win in my other video as well, my short. And they're going to win. There's no way they're not. Because the Cardinals' offense is not that good, and the Texans' defense is tied with Seattle for the best in the NFL. Then we got Falcons at Buccaneers. That game already happened. Then another game for the Sunday morning slate. We have the Browns versus the Bears. Now, this is a really close margin. So this game could actually go either way, but because it's at Cincinnati and the Bears are better overall, I'm going to go with the Bears, but don't be surprised if the Browns get the upset here. This could be an upset game right here. Browns could actually manage to win because their defense is significantly better than the Bears, but it would take pretty much a miracle. Then we have the Jets at the Jaguars. My numbers skewed heavily in favor of the Jaguars. No surprise there. The Jets are going nowhere this season. Jaguars win that one. Don't really need to talk about that one too much. Then we got the Chargers taking on the Chiefs. By the numbers, the Chiefs should win, but this should be a close game. A spread like 39 points total doesn't signify like a BTA type of game. However, I'm going to go with the Chiefs to pull it off at home, even though the Chargers have been playing better as of late. We'll see how that one goes. Then we got the Bills taking on the Patriots. The Patriots also have a slight advantage, less than 30 points. So this game could really go either way. I'm not actually picking the Patriots to win, but my numbers are. I actually think the Bills are going to win this one. I think the Bills are going to run all over the Patriots, and they're going to show us that the Patriots aren't as good as their record and their numbers show because the Patriots have only faced bad teams. The Bills are the best team they faced, and the Bills are wishy-washy at best. Moving on. Then we got the Commanders and Giants. There's a pretty good point spread there. The Giants should take this one. I don't see how they won't, because even without their best players playing right now, they're still a better team than the Commanders. The Commanders are falling apart. Now, we could be shocked by this one too, though. If Jaden Daniels was playing, I don't think he is, but if he's playing, they might be able to pull the upset here. But I'm not counting on it. I'm picking the Giants to win, and I'm picking them to win by a touchdown. Then we have the Raiders versus the Eagles. This is a clear advantage for the Eagles. We don't need to talk about this one too much. Geno Smith sucks, so the Raiders will not amount to anything in this game. Eagles win, and I think that puts them back in the solid lead for their division. And that will end the Cowboys' chances at a playoff run. The Cowboys will not make the playoffs because the Eagles will not allow them to. Then we have the Packers going to the Broncos. This game also favors the Broncos, and I think the Broncos are going to win it. It's not a big spread, so either team could win, but it's at Mile High, and I really don't think the Packers are very good. I think their record is overinflated because they've had a pretty easy schedule so far, but the Broncos are one of the best teams in the AFC, if not the best team in the AFC. So I got the Broncos winning this one. It's going to be close, though. It's going to be like a field goal type of game. Broncos get a walk-off field goal to win the game, something like that. Next, Lions at Rams. This is the only one that turned out this way. We got a 0 in the score differential. That means both teams are equal to each other, all things considered, which is crazy. And as a Seahawks fan, yeah, I definitely want the Rams to lose. But because I want the Rams to lose, I don't think they will. I think they're going to get the win. And sorry, Lions, that might be your end of season. You might miss the playoffs because of this game. I would like to see it go the other way, but I think I just can't pick against the Rams right now. So I'm going with the Rams, but as you can see here, as you can see right here, this game could literally go either way. Flip a coin if you don't feel comfortable picking the Rams. Let's all hope the Rams don't win this one. Then we have the Panthers taking on the Saints. I actually have the Panthers as a very, very slight better favorite to win, but it's at the Saints. I'm not actually going to pick the Panthers this time. Well, I will. I'm going to go with for the most part, I'm going with my stats. So I'm going to pick the Panthers to win this one, but I don't feel comfortable about it. I think the Saints are actually going to get the upset here. Mostly because they're at home and the number differential is so small that the home field advantage could literally flip that number. So I half suspect the Saints are going to win, but I got to go with the Panthers because of I'm going with my predictions here this week for the most part. All but like one or two games. Colts at Seahawks. Seahawks have a clear advantage. Um, I don't think this is a 63-point spread difference is not really overcomable, especially when the team with the advantage is at home. And they just hired Old Man Rivers. What the hell is Rivers really going to do? The guy hasn't played in 5 years. Even if he does come out there and isn't looking like the worst QB, he's definitely not going to be looking like the top 10. He's going to be maybe looking like a 15th best QB for the first game at least. Might take him a few games to get back into rhythm. But I don't see the Seahawks losing here. Seahawks are going to win this one. And then Thursday night, we got the Rams. So that's going to be the matchup to watch. All right. Now, we got the Titans taking on the 49ers. The spread difference is ridiculous. 126-point spread difference. I wouldn't pick the Titans anyway, even though they have managed to beat a couple of teams randomly this year, like the Cardinals. And last week, they beat the Browns. But yeah, look at these numbers. They're all red. All red across there. One green. They got one advantage. Like their rushing defense is better than the rushing offense for the 49ers. But yeah, everywhere else they fail. All right. Now we got the Vikings at the Cowboys. Now, this game is one that I'm picking against myself on, mainly because I think the Cowboys have benefited from one of the easiest schedules in the league. And the Vikings defense has really come on strong in the last several weeks. I suspect this one will be the upset. The Vikings will win, and I'm going to pick the Vikings. But just know that my calculations have the Cowboys winning. So if the Cowboys do win, that means my calculations are better than I am. So we'll go with that. Next and final game of the week, the Monday night game, we have the Dolphins facing the Steelers, and this is not a very big spread either. Either team could pull this one off. As you can see, they're pretty evenly matched. Um, Major difference is QB. Aaron Rodgers is still a better quarterback than Tua turned the ball over. And then the other one, where the Steelers are actually in a deficit, is the passing defense of the Dolphins is significantly better than the passing offense of the Steelers. And then you got basically D line versus O line here, where the Steelers' O line will easily be able to hold up against the Dolphins' defensive line, the pass rush. They won't be able to get home. That's why I am going to go with the Steelers on this one. But it's going to be a close game. Like, this could be as little as a 1 point game, 2 point game, field goal game at the most, I think. I hope you enjoyed my selections for this week's games. If you did, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't feel like doing that, that's fine. That's your prerogative, and I'm not going to hold it against you. Anyways, you have a great weekend, and oh yeah, let's go Sunday football. Go Hawks.